Hello friends, Bigstupidgrin back with another video of Oxygen Not Included Ranching Upgrade. Sounds like Groundhog's Day because 5 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago in YouTube time, about 10 seconds ago in real time, we just had a game crashing bug. So that's fun. Thought about scrapping the video and just reloading from a prior save point, but I thought this might be kind of fun, so that's what we're going to do with that. I already told you guys what we're trying to do here. Do I not? I need storage. Let's put some storage. Something like this. Again, kind of a out of the way space I don't need anything for. We'll put a bedroom probably somewhere here when I need to. We just finished our research into meal preparation. That's good. We can go ahead and go to ranching if we want. Don't know when I'll be ranching, but it would be nice to go see the kid. Just to let you guys see the new, the new feature of the game. I'm gonna have to build a space to do some ranching though. And we're still doing this kind of mega task of getting our, starting that big water reservoir. But actually, let's go ahead and build some more floors here. And start thinking about closing this place off for oxygen purposes. So that means we're going to need up to 3 different oxidizers, which actually takes a lot of power, so I don't know if I want to do that. We've got a full-on architect, that's great, and we almost have a full-on miner, which is also good. Let's just mine granite and kind of the obsidian as well. I think obsidian is a class, class 2 material. I don't know what they call it, but you need, it shows that diamond there, shows you that you need an upgraded miner. The 2 diamonds is going to be for, let's see if we can find any biselites. It's this stuff, biselite, one of the more important minerals in the game. Makes sense that it's locked behind a mining upgrade, or miner upgrade. Let's do this. Let's wake up Nicola. Woke up on his own. Let's go ahead and set this to auto harvest as well. And it's fine to get the muckroot out. Looks like calories are pretty good, so 8 tinkering. That would be really interesting. You don't need a lot of tinkering in the early game, so I'll probably not take them. Mouth breather, can't take a mouth breather. Can't take biohazardous isn't great. Yeah, I don't like any of these people, so we're just gonna go ahead and reject him. Just for my own knowledge, ranchers. Anybody? Yeah, we don't really have a rancher, so that's probably our next object as far as what to build. Let's go ahead and tile this off as well. Get that set up. Then we can start to think of things like airflow tiles here. We're going to build that. Let's see, how do we want to do this then? We can just go for 1 and hope that's enough. At least in the beginning here. For a big room like that, we can just go like 2, 3 to make it look pretty. Let's do this. Airflow tiles. We've got some space for mess hall if we want to plan it out. What I could do is move the power generators over here, and that might be a good idea. Let's cancel that and deconstruct all of this. And let's see, how much space are we going to have here? See if I put a battery here. Really going to have space for 2 generators. So I think I'll do is just deconstruct those 2 and throw the third manual generator there. So we'll do this. Something like that. Connect, connect, connect. We could probably at least deconstruct that. And I'd like to sweep up the copper as well. Sweep up. High priority just because it's a small task. Don't really care too much about over prioritizing it because it'll be done in a second. So we're going to make this room into a mess hall and eventual kitchen. So let's take a look here. I don't need these items immediately. Good thing about a microbe musher, probably will never connect it, but you can make some either some SOS emergency food like the mush bars, or you can make some more fancier food than mealwood, because a lot of things are fancier than mealwood. But anyway, furniture. Let's see how many tables we have. Now, we don't need that many yet. And we'll want to conserve our copper. Those take copper for some reason. So we will just close this off, make it its own room, put some blank canvases here out of granite. Let's see how much space we have. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me see here. Trying to make things look prettier than I do in my offline runs here. We're going to throw a big old sculpting block, and then we'll put the best tables here for now. And let's see, I want this at a 6. This can be at a 5, although it's unreachable, so that doesn't matter too much. And the rest of this is out of 5, so they should prioritize what I want them to prioritize. We're going to need some tiles here, and we need to start blocking off our base. Is that my... That was weird. Keyboard's going nuts. Not sure what's the issue here. We need to deconstruct this and put a automatic airlock in there as well. This needs to go to 6. So you can get a oxidizer down here and then just pump it through this side of the base. And similarly, I'm going to want some kind of system. Maybe just one and close it from the top. That could be an idea. Again, we don't need this done first. Do the other things. Queue up something like that so they can hop over. Gonna need the artist eventually. After we're done with this room, I'll probably set meals back to research. And mess hall there, it's not quite finished. We can get that base built up. We can, I can show you the benefits of the room. There we go. You'll notice that when it's a room, it'll have a color. When it's not, it will be kind of no color. And then if it's a miscellaneous room that doesn't give you any bonus, it's just that gray. And it'll show you how big the room is. Let's see, let me wait until it's done. It'll show that it's 36 tiles. You have a tile limit of 64 and a minimum of 12 in this case. The latrine, I think, is similar, yeah. But some rooms can be bigger. The barracks can be the same size. I like making small barracks so I can move my my people around where I need to. Let's go ahead and... Let's see, is this not hooked up? Or the priorities are a 5. That's why. Let's go ahead and set these back to what we set them earlier in the game. And get this to a 10. This is going to be a pretty hot room. Do I have the ability? No, I don't have insulated tiles yet. What you hope you can do is just have a abyssalite and remake your base in abyssalite. Abyssalite is a fantastic insulator. It's the best insulator in the game. Did we have a job upgrade? We do. We have a regular old miner now. That's great. So we're going to make this our base, which means we need to, or closed off side for our oxygen reasons. Deconstruct this at 8. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. I think I still want to build these first before I worry about the paintings. Okay. And then we're going to go to mechanized airlocks. Now, mechanized airlocks have a plug in them, but I don't think that they actually drain batteries. Could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure I don't, though. I'm going to dig under this room. This needs to be a 9 because we need these outhouses to be functional. You always have to watch out for changes in functionality for your bathrooms because you don't want any accidents. And Hassan doesn't have a... Oh, he does. He doesn't want to go there. Okay. It's his decision, I suppose. We're going to need a place to dump this polluted water as well. Now, this is another thing you could have hatches eat in earlier versions of the game, and they don't seem to work as well this time around. Don't want that to build up. So, I don't have a bottle emptier yet. I want to sweep this room out, though. We need a airlock, but we're out of copper. So, while they're sleeping, do something like this. Get all of this dug out. Eventually we'll come back for this algae, of course. Dig up the buried objects just because we're going to need a temporary ugly looking ladder. Hopefully our game doesn't crash this time. Probably just doomed it by saying that. But you never know. This needs to... Actually, we don't need that if we're going to block it from the top. Oh, we got some food. Our farmer is leveling up a little bit. Higher the farming skill, I think the faster he works, and also the more chance of a seed. And you can also use buildings like the farm station, which we'll see eventually. Or if you saw a different playthrough, you also would have seen that. Let's go ahead and get our artist working on that, so she can switch back to something more useful later. We can go ahead and finish the research. I don't think we can spare the effort. Let's see. Now that we have everything somewhat closed off, this needs to happen. Do have a miner, so the miners should prioritize that. And the rest of the people will prioritize that over lower priority tasks. And we're plowing through that, but not too bad. What are we doing on organic? We have plenty of algae, that's great. Don't have to worry about that for a while yet. Okay, let's get this done as well. Still priority 6, not a big deal. There's some easy to find copper up there. Where's our miner at? He's using the restroom, fair enough. And he's doing some disinfecting. Suppose we don't want all of them sick. Queue up that a little bit, just for the algae. But we do want him... Okay, there. Making power, fair enough. Get a little bit more... a little bit more food. I could see us picking up a fifth duplicate soon. We're gonna need to build another bedroom, but this is gonna be a kitchen since it's right next to the mess hall. Since we're digging here, let's see. Regular bedroom is about this size. Let's see. Door 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So door 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's big enough. We'll see. Oh, 3 people entombed. That is a record. All right. Well, cancel all of this. I think we need to actually dig this out first. Yeah, you don't want them to die. Deconstruct buildings. Where's the other one? Are there 2 in the same tile? Yeah, it looks like that. Oh, nope. Alright. And they're all sleeping. Alert. Alert is very valuable in this game, as you can see. It's usually how you save their lives. For better or worse here. Let's queue up this. This doesn't need to be at a 9, as I just noticed. Dig done, and we can construct this iron as well. We no longer need it. We're just going to build tiles all the way through. Something like that. But we'll put a door here. We can go ahead and queue up some research. Although if we don't use research, we don't use power as fast. And if we don't use power as fast, we don't need to charge the batteries as often. So that's a trade-off. I think I want more food queued up. And I want more the additional bedroom. So let's see, what's this? Go for furniture here. So it's gonna look a little weird. This is beyond silly, but I'm gonna go ahead and make the mess hall a little bit bigger for the sake of symmetry. And deconstruct all this. And then flower pot, a couple canvases. Make that a 9, because I realized I never switched back my artist, so let's go ahead and just get that done. And then she can go back to being, I think, a builder. Or a miner. But they're concerned with petty things like the restrooms, unfortunately. And we can go ahead and select some research, I think. What else would we like? Temperature modulation would be nice for insulated tiles. Even though that's kind of a solution that's going to be irrelevant eventually. Let's see, food, planter boxes. Yeah, let's say 7 as well. Make the dig a 7. Make this a 7 as well. And get that done. Art at a 9. Let's see what duplicates we have. I would like a rancher. And they have an interest in ranching. So that's good. No ranching skill. No athletics and no strength. That's bad. Farming will get him into the ranching job faster. Unconstructive is kind of annoying. But he does have athletics. Athletics is how fast you go, which is obviously important in a game like this. Ren, you don't need too much in the way of athletics to ranch unless I put a bunch of ranches in different spots. Let's get him. Not the best duplicate in the world, but he'll be okay. I could make him a gopher. Let's see. Strength, strength, athletics. That's good. You get stat increases, by the way, when you complete jobs, but I don't see a lot of athletics upgrades here. So we're going to make him a farmer. And we're going to take Hassan off of that job for now and make him a miner. Just because I want to speed level Ren up as fast as possible. And then once this gets done, let's see, copy, paste. We don't have any seeds yet. We might want to go ahead and dig up some of these. Dig that. Dig that now, actually. But we have annoying things like bedtime, so. Ren decided to sleep in the place that was slightly worse decor. But I can't control him. We also need to sweep this area up for him, too. We're gonna need a door there. Put that at a 6. Want to get this done. We got a couple seeds. Well, we got 4 seeds down. That's good. So we should be able to feed our new dude just fine. And is this not priority 9? So that's why we aren't doing it yet. Get this done. Just finish off the bedroom. Construction location. Yeah, we need to build the wall out and dig out these. Now, I used to sweep up important things from hatches so they don't eat them, but they don't eat. They eat so infrequently compared to how they used to be. They would just eat all the time if they could. If they weren't buried in the world, they would just eat all the time, which is kind of annoying. But this should be okay. Then I'll probably build some floors up here for the actual ranch. And let's queue these up. They don't need to be a high priority, though. I'll fix that, obviously. But we're doing pretty well. We're doing some research here. Have we researched ranching yet? We sure have. So we don't need to worry about that at the moment. Let's go ahead and plant a briar seed. This is priority 9, just get done. It takes no time at all, so why draw it out? So what's next? I would like this to be next, actually. Let's see if they do that on their own. We can take Clear her off of that, and off of art, and put her back as an architect. That's not good. We're gonna need a door here. Make that slightly higher priority. Deconstruct this, sweep up as well. Do need to deal with that polluted water eventually. Where would be a good site for that? Did I ever get the deodorizers going? I need to get that done too. This place is starting to run out of oxygen, so actually we're going to need to deal with that now, or else we won't be able to breathe, and that's not good for anybody. Copy, paste. Get this done. Get some airflow tiles here. I don't know if one airflow tile will be enough. This is kind of, I guess, an experiment for me. Could build airflow tiles here if I wanted to go nuts with it. We're eating at midnight. That makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, they're already gasping for air. I'm going to assign Hassan room up there. Actually, I just realized I forgot to put airflow in here. So that's actually the next thing we're going to need to do. Let's go ahead and build base tiles here. So we can put down the first deoxidizer. Let's cancel here. I'm going to need to build a temporary ladder. You need to have a place for carbon dioxide to go, which is going to be here, at least temporarily, until we move the water down. Because they get stressed out when they can't breathe, which makes sense. It would stress me out. They could be working in that low oxygen environment. Alright, so let's queue up our deoxidizer. Do we want to wait until we build another floor down and be a little greedy? We probably don't have the time for that. So we're going to go ahead and queue it up here. Priority 7 so it gets done. Where's that other deoxidizer at? Our first one here. You're right here. So that needs to be just deconstructed. They have to work underwater, which they also hate doing. You can give them hypothermia too. You'll see that later. As we try to move the water down here, they're going to be working in the water for a while. They're not going to like that at all. Now let's go ahead and throw our second deoxidizer. Though this isn't a big deal yet. Still good to figure it out though. That's not good. Do we want to queue up research at this time? Yeah, let's go ahead and go for power. Don't know when I'll actually get around to doing that. Let's do the sweep. Right. Throw their deoxidizer down here, this side of the base, and something like that. Actually, cancel that. We'll move our power up here eventually. Never been good at this, making a clean looking power line, but I will. We need to construct this building too. But we should get oxygen up and running soon. Within a cycle or two. Unless we are cleaning out bathrooms, which fair enough. We have 4 outhouses. Maybe we don't need to prioritize it this much, but I don't know if I want to experiment with that. Fortunately, I don't have any other temporary cots up here, but they're just going to be gasping for air when they're not sleeping. I don't know why they do that dance back and forth. That's some kind of bug. They should just go... They should just find the correct... the easiest place to find oxygen and just concentrate on building it, but oh well. We're gonna need this done too. So make this all 6. Oops. Hit the shortcut button to bring us back to our printing pod. Now, should be done with this sooner than later. Pitcher pump's a little awkward. We're gonna have to move that actually. Deconstruct that for now. It's bad timing because the oxidizers need water. We'll get that going and then make that a higher priority. Okay. So, get rid of that. And then we do airlock. Right here. Tile. Tile. Let's prioritize that. We need to deconstruct this. Probably deconstruct that too. And then throw a pitcher pump like here. Should be able to hop across this part of the base if I did it correctly. And that looks ugly now, so let's get rid of it. Let's see, higher priority 5. There we go. And we need to start digging out a little bit. Back, let's dig all the way down there. Oh, we had a little bit of a spillage there. That's unfortunate. How do we want to deal with this? I wonder how I did that. Oh well. Try to contain it here. It's actually not that big of a deal, considering. It could be a lot worse, let's just say that. This needs to be prioritized. And this ladder would be nice, but it's not strictly necessary at this point, so we'll just priority 5 that. Let's make that 6. And then who do we have here? Probably don't have space to take anybody at the moment, so projectile. You can turn this off if you want to, but it's not a big deal. Queue that up at a 1, although that's taking up resources. So I'll cancel that actually. At least Hassan knows how to use a mess table. It's always good. Wire can be constructed. Probably sweep up that copper too. Take that out of 5. So let's see, tomorrow we need to get this done. Let's make it even higher priority. And then we can have a contained system here. We're going to need to, of course, have power before we can do any of that, fortunately. Tempted to turn off research for a second, but I think it'll be okay. We'll see how fast this is getting done. Because if I set it to like priority 9, they could probably do it that day, but they're going to be neglecting chores like getting the meal wood ready for harvest, which isn't great. Throw down a ration box. might be an okay idea. It takes up a lot of space, and it's not going to refrigerate the food at all, but it will get the food closer to the mess table, which is saving time, so at least there's that. Alternatively, if you stick a ration box in a completely carbon dioxide environment, then it's sterile, and then you don't have to worry about storage or refrigeration, because it won't go bad in a sterile environment. That actually needs to get to 7 here. Let's just do all of this now. Job master, scientist. Go tenured scientist? I don't know. We do have research though. That would really raise Nails' stress level up there, and I don't think it's worth it ultimately, so we just won't worry about it at this point. Keep them at the building 2. Up. Gotta watch out for sand in this game. It makes things annoying. Drops down. You can flood yourself that way. Not good, but this isn't a big deal. I'm not too worried about this. The water's still there. We need a drainage ditch for this. Let's see. This is going to be ugly, but queued up at a 6. Something like this. Dig all of this up too. Something like that. Yeah. Want to get this done. This is almost done, which is nice. And then we have 2 distinct areas of oxygen for a base. We need to get this done though. But they're sleeping at the moment, so we'll survive. Get this closed up. We do need to move the carbon dioxide down, so we're going to need to subsequently do a lot of digging. Worried about these hatches falling into our polluted water zone. At least they are doing that. They're burrowing. Still, bit of an annoying moment. See if it works out for us or not. Definitely don't want to make the polluted water area up here. Alternatively, you know, I could dig around here. That might actually be easier. Let's cancel this. Though we do need to dig. But we'll make it a 5. And we'll go somewhere. We can expose this vacuum. That's not a big deal anymore. Let's dig that up so we can plant it. Though we don't really, we aren't planting anything right now, but maybe not. Let's get like off to the side here where we're not building anything. Dig all that up. Dig all this up. Make kind of a basket. Receptacle. I don't know. This is way too much space for this. There's no probably about it. Do dig this up though. We really only need something this big. We're gonna need to grab a ladder up here, ladder here, so they can climb out of it. Plumbing, throw a bottle emptier right here at a 6. We could use a bottle emptier here as well for clean water. We have a little bit of that somewhere around there. Research. What do we need next? we don't really need much. Agriculture would be okay. Yeah. We'll go get agriculture now. Just so when we're ready to switch to coal power and we can put stuff like liquid pumps, we'll have that option as soon as we want to make that option. What's the priority on this? Let's make sure we're actually supplying that. We just need sand to work, it's not a big deal. But let's make this our next task. And let's cancel like every other tile here so we can get this layer done without making any ladders. So something like that. Take it to 7. Let's see. Cancel all that. Take this out. Something like that. Kind of alternate where we're digging and building. Hopefully that works. See if it does. Gonna get a lot of copper this way, which is nice. We're not gonna be able to reach this, so I will stop trying. Not too worried about the vacuum. It's gonna make working up here a little bit unpleasant because the oxygen will go there, but it's not the main part of our base, so every once in a while I'll throw an oxidizer somewhere near, you know, an area where they're gonna work a lot, even if it's not part of our base. At least until you get Atmos suits, then it doesn't matter. But we are extremely ahead of the game here on kilocalories, so I can take another dupe whenever I feel like it. This is the cook room, so we can throw our next bedroom right here. Let's see. This is not a priority, however. That's going to leave a 3x3 area, which is kind of annoying. We can make this a bigger bedroom now. We'll make it a bedroom for, let's see, enough space for 4. Space, yeah, it'll be a bigger bedroom. That's fine. Yeah, make sure this is all like 4 and stuff. Not as important as this little task. Because I don't want this to become polluted oxygen. That's no fun for anyone. Turn this to water. Give it a high priority. Not sure if I have any water around to dump in there, but it won't take up Dupes' time if so. Dog construction. Oh, because it's on top of a ladder. That will not do. Go ahead and replace that. And then we can start rebuilding or building these tiles. That, or I guess want to do that. Might as well get the proper world going. How's our storage going? Well, we have a couple of open spaces, so that's good. I'm going to want to sweep this up before we pour the polluted water in there. The poo water, okay, let's be real. How much we got there? 165 kilograms. So that's like the weight of a heavyweight prize fighter in polluted water. And that's not even... I wonder if you get less polluted or more polluted water by using basins versus just having actual lavatories. Who knows? We need to finish this up. Everything is A7, so that's good. New dupe, anybody great? Diver's lungs, but loud sleeper. Yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately. We'll reject all. How's our farmer, soon to be rancher, doing? 32%. That's unfortunate, but not much we can do about it. Let's see. Fix this. Actually, if we cancel this, if we can just drop most of this stuff down, then I don't have to worry about sweeping it up. Done with research. What else do we want? Refinement's okay. Carbon skimmer I don't really use. Electrolyzers until later. But again, it's good to have the option. We're going to go ahead and go to distillation. So we can go for water sieves for when we want to switch out from our outpost or outhouse and wash basin combo ways. This 8 just because I want to get it done. Let's see, we're about 46 minutes into the video, so we got a few days left. Hope you like these long form videos that I do. I don't think it's very, it's like popular or anything these days, but I don't know. This is kind of what got me hooked into YouTube, is the super long videos. I think Kikoskia, well, he does more 30-minute videos, but I recommend him. He plays a lot of older games, like way older games. Very old games, my goodness. I am a teacher, and my grammar in here is terrible. Oh well. Alright, now we need tiles back. We just got a little bit of sandstone to sweep up. That's fine. Get that done immediately. Don't think I'll be able to reach this unless I cancel. And then we can grab all of the copper that we can possibly grab. Could go back to medium speed, I suppose. You don't get to appreciate the animation and the sound work they do on the fast speed, even though you're tempted to just go fast speed so they actually get stuff done. Speaking of, I need to decide if I want to actually build this or not. Put it down here so that it's a sterile environment. I might go this route actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So go for this route. The disadvantage of doing this, by the way, this is so not a priority, so. Disadvantage of doing this, of course, is that it's a long ways away from our mess table, and they're going to have to climb all the way down. So, I wonder if that's even worth it. We aren't cooking anything, so we don't need that. Cancel this for now, just cheap airflow. But the top of this is controlled, so still need to dig down to reduce the carbon dioxide. Now, while mealwood does survive in carbon dioxide, it's not fun for the farmers to get that. And actually, I'm going to do, speaking of farming, let's pause this up here. Just to make this leveling up our farmhand into a rancher thing go faster, I'm going to deprioritize harvesting for our other dupes and then prioritize it for our rancher here, who is unfortunately powering up the battery, but then he'll prove my point in a second. This would just be there for convenience sake. So we want convenience, or do we want longevity of food? I don't mind food rotting as long as, people can eat. It means I'm getting a surplus of food, so that's not a big deal. Looks like we got this done. dig that, and then we could reach that, right? Yeah. Then I'll finish up with this wall. You were so close. I could pull a red alert on him, but don't want him to have an accident, especially it'd probably go in this water. You don't want your water to get contaminated. Although I'm not sure it's a big deal right this second, but still. Just let him use the restroom. Alright. Then 9. Gonna want this swept up. Build this. And a red alert for now. I want this done. As long as nobody has that restroom thing. Alright. We can sweep later. Polluted water. Sweep only, I guess. Priority doesn't matter on that. So I'll throw a 9 just to prove it. Not sure what this sweep is, so we're going to make it... Actually, before we do that, we need deodorizer here. So where do we want to put this? Let's put it there. Because the polluted water will make polluted oxygen, of course. But stress is pretty low so far, which is great. This is unpowered. Everything's unpowered because we need the battery. Make this like 7. And then we're doing a sweep job at 9. Want that out of there. And then finally we can work on our water basin. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple days cycles left in us. But yeah, empty water. Septic tank, I suppose. Right on top of our base. Should be okay though. Is this all swept up? Yeah. So I wonder how much that 165 kilograms is going to look like in this tank. Nicola got a nap. Wasn't able to catch him in the act of napping. I haven't been able to nap in a little while. I don't know about you guys. I have to sleep at night in a bed. If I need more sleep, I'll sleep in later or just go to bed earlier, but not any other way. So got some 5s queued up. Let's... What do we need to work on? I want to work on this. We need a tidy supply person would be really good. Let's build these 2 things first. Maybe we can play until the printing pod comes up with somebody. Now, I think I've talked about this before, but you can save scum the printing pod. You can save scum that. I don't want to. It's a little annoying to watch. I don't want to make too many changes off camera, and I don't know. Part of this game, half of this game's appeal sort of roll with the punches, and half of this appeal is kind of like, oh god, I accidentally killed a dupe, let's reload. I get both sentiments. We're going to throw everything in there. And yeah, put it at a 5, I guess. I don't think anybody prioritizes tidy over anything else, so shouldn't waste too much time on this. It's kind of a, if they don't have any other jobs, they'll prioritize that, which is okay. Starting to dig down here, which is nice. It's going to be tough work because she's going to be digging down in carbon dioxide world. Let's go ahead and queue up a sweep here. Can't do much for the decor of this room unless I took a plant out and put a monument, or sculpting stone, I suppose. Do have the extra kilocalories for it, but again, 17% stress is nothing. In case this is your first time watching, everybody has a stress response. We'll just do follow cam while we're here. Everybody has a stress response. Hers is binge eater, which means she's going to, well, you can imagine. We have an ugly crier, who can actually make a decent amount of water for you. It's probably the best of the stress responses. And destructive is probably the worst. Or maybe if you're starving, that would be bad too. You can turn on this follow cam for a slight buff here, center of attention, but it's 5% over the course of a cycle isn't a big deal. But if you're bored and you don't have anything you need to pay attention to, you can just queue this up. I did have some water. Awesome. Supercomputer needs some water, but we're getting that. Would like this dugout, so we'll go ahead and 6 this up. And don't need to 6 this. Could do some sweeping, but again, stress isn't that bad. Not too worried about it, to be honest. Anyway, sorry. Message from the wife. Going to be looking at that. Anyway, I'm starting to get work done here. Gonna have to do some more planning. Probably gonna sweep up stuff like the muck root. Although we have plenty of calories, so that might not even matter. I'm gonna have to do a lot of planning. Probably do that planning off camera, because I'm not sure how interesting that's going to be. I'm gonna build a big wall of airflow tiles here. The way I've seen it done is regular tiles, then airflow tiles. Maybe we can, not sure how much water we're going to need, how much space we're going to need for the water, rather. But we shouldn't underplan for sure. So, let's see, this is the natural kind of path. Actually, while we're just doing this, we're going to turn this on to fast speed. Let's see, something like this. Probably put it down here. And then airflow tiles are going to need to probably dig out some more copper for this. This is quite expensive as terms of copper goes, but I think it's worth it as far as organization goes, I suppose. Peace of mind. We need new research. Generic sensors would be good, although we need some refined metals, so we're going to go to brute force. We're going to go all the way to refined objects. We get those fire poles, and we can start building those, start refining our copper and hopefully other metals than copper, because you need copper specifically for some things. Let's see, can't build this tile like that, so we're going to cancel that. Set a 6 here. And we'll just do this. And this will be our last. Gotta watch the sand. I like how they fall, which sounds sadistic, I suppose. Forget I said that. Let's see, build, I want a supplier, but not one with -3 strength. So builder, buff, quick learner. That's all good. Construction, we can... Another builder's okay, but it's not what we need. But this guy's so good, I might just grab him anyways. Noodle Arms makes him unselectable. I don't need another farmer. Digging's okay, and obviously we don't need a second researcher, or at least maybe that's not obvious. It's just not my playstyle. We can just turn him into a tidier anyway, regardless of what he wants to do. I don't know. I think I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. Until we get somebody better. Apprentice Miner, that's good. Get him up to a regular old miner. Actually, I'm going to work on his strength. Let's get him as a groundskeeper. It gives an extra 2 to strength. And once you finish this, you get that bonus permanently. So that's nice. How are we doing here? Pretty good. We are going to make him... Hassan still prioritize digging, however. Like that, I think. But, so next time, we're going to be working on this water reservoir. Probably doesn't need to be this big, but I don't want to accidentally have it flood on me. We're going to funnel this water in probably last, funnel this water in first probably, or at least dig down, start moving it. Don't want it to flood unless I make it a controlled flood. We could actually use this ladder to channel the water here. So we'll figure this out. Anyway, a Bigstupidgrin, hope you enjoyed your time here. I'll be working on these videos all spring break, and hopefully we'll have plenty of content to throw up on the old YouTubes. So until next time, have a good one.